Hi, Cutie Pies. I'm Lanikia, and this is what happened on the soaps, a new edition for The Bold and the Beautiful. Today is Tuesday, April 26, 2022. And we're talking about Steffi again with Thomas coming to the hospital room. And, well, he's not in the hospital room, but he's in the lobby with Ridge and Taylor, and they're just updating him that there's been no change with Steffi. And then we go to Brooke, Hope, and Liam, and of course they're still pressuring Liam to tell Steffi about him not being her husband and everything that's going on. And we see that I didn't like Brooke was like, as the days goes on, she becomes more independent. I said, it's literally been one day. Like, what are you talking about? It's literally been one day. But of course, I don't know. Hope is coming across really insecure about her marriage. And she was like, how long is it supposed to go on? Weeks, months, years? I'm like, girl, of course it wouldn't go on that long. They would never let it go on that long. But what's the harm in 1 week or whatever? And so then we see sorry, mama. So then we see that Sheila is about to mess with Taylor's machine, excuse me, with Steffi's machine, and Taylor comes in. And Taylor says, I know what you're doing, Sheila. And she was like, what? And she says, because of the loss of Finn or whatever, you're trying to hold out hope for Steffi to be okay, so that they can know uh, who did this, and because of Hayes and all that kind of stuff. And I say, girl, you don't really know. And somebody commented that, and I think I accidentally deleted your comment. But yeah, I find it ridiculous as well that Sheila and Hope Taylor, excuse me, are so close. After everything that's been done, they're just so close. But it is what it is at this point. So then we see that Ridge and Thomas come up to Bridget, Liam, and Hope, and he's like, okay, back me up here, guys. And they're like, oh no, Bridget came to them first, and Bridget said that she thinks Steffi is ready to learn about everything. And I'm like, I don't think you're supposed to be giving that medical information to them. HIPAA laws. But anyway, she says she thinks Steffi is ready. And Ridge and Thomas come, and Ridge says, my mother is a professional as well, and she does not think that Steffi should know about this right now or whatever. But of course, Brooke and Hope are just like, we're just so concerned about Steffi, and this is going to be hard. And so Ridge ends up agreeing that Liam should be the one to tell Steffi about not being the husband and everything, because he says he'll break it to her in a gentle manner, since she is, so dependent on Liam. So they all go into the hospital room and everything, and everyone except Hope and Brooke go in. So it's Sheila, Thomas, Ridge, Taylor, Bridget, and Steffi in this hospital room. And they start, Liam goes up to her and he starts telling her, okay, I have to tell you something. And so he starts breaking down to her that he's not her husband. And Taylor is like, what are you doing? And I'm like, that is so disrespectful that y'all didn't think to tell Taylor this before y'all did it. And Bridget said, Taylor, I've looked at all of her 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 brain activities and everything, and I feel like she's able to know. And I'm like, but Ridge, y'all could have told Taylor this beforehand or whatever. But anyways, so Liam breaks down to Taylor that he starts breaking down that she wasn't married to him, she was married to Finn. And when he says Finn, her mind starts flashing back to his face, and then Ridge shows her a picture of Finn, and so she sees the picture and she was like, Finn, where is he? And she was like, Hayes. And she was like, where are they? I want to see them. So then we cut from there to Hope and um Brooke on the outside of the hospital room, talking and just saying how they're going to be so supportive of Steffi and everything. And Bridget comes out and she says they're telling her now, and she's going to be on hand if anything goes wrong. And they were like, you think something to go wrong? And she was like, no, I'm just hoping that it nothing does, and that we're not rushing her, or moving too fast for her and everything. But Hope is like, we're gonna be there for her and everything. I'm like, girl, hush. I don't know, like that. She and Brooke have really got on my nerves about this because we said from the beginning, Hope, that Liam was too involved in this. Like, why is he at the hospital nonstop and everything? And you supported all that until Steffi, who is not in her right mind right now, thought he was her husband, and you couldn't go. It was literally one day. You couldn't go one day with her thinking that. Like at the end of the day, he was gonna come home to you. What are you doing? I didn't understand it, but it annoyed me. But that is what it was. So then they go back to Steffi, and they just break it to her. Thomas and Ridge and everyone just breaks it to her that Liam died protecting her, and they said he was so strong, he loved you so much, and he died. And she was like, what, why? Because they were saying he loved you and he protected you to the end. And she was like, why are y'all talking like that? And so that's when they told her he had passed away. And she was just like, what? And she just started crying, and she wanted to understand, like, why did this happen and everything. And so they finally told her the truth, and of course she didn't take it well, because you know that's a lot to comprehend in a short stretch of time. But I think it was funny that as this was going on, Sheila is in the background crying as well, because it's like, Sheila, what are you doing? Like, you're sitting here crying when you caused all this pain. And everyone, Taylor's thinking that she just, oh, she just being supportive, because she lost her son or whatever. But Sheila really didn't want Steffi to remember. And if y'all hadn't came in there, or if Taylor hadn't come in there, Steffi might not have remembered. No telling what Sheila was about to do, because her hands was on the machine, So, anyways, that was the Bold and the Beautiful today. I don't know. I'm just tired of Hope and Brooke. And like, just to I'm just tired of Hope and Brooke. Like, go home. Like, saying that we're gonna be there, we're gonna be supportive. You couldn't let Steffi think that she was married to Liam one day. One day. I don't know. And I still think Ridge is a jerk. And that just proves he's a jerk. Like, y'all ambushed Taylor by going in there and giving Steffi this news. Y'all, that was like an ambush to Taylor. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. But I like Thomas, who tried to stand up for her and say, like, she doesn't think that she should know. But Steffi is strong, and so when she did find out, everything was, as of right now, we see everything is all good. She's heartbroken, but it doesn't look like it has set her back for anything. But anyways, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And that was the Bold and the Beautiful for today, guys.